Right, shalom, shalom. Now the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Currently driving right now. I'm just gonna go off some scriptures off the top of my head. Just touching on the spirit, man. We gotta be prudent in this thing, man. All right, diligently searching, studying to show ourselves approved. All right, because we're coming into new times where a lot of brothers, which you have a lot of brothers already leading brothers. But we're gonna come into that time of the influx, man. All right. So hey, we need to get into all the things we need to get into now, like the basics, certain words, certain history, all right? That's going to help lead the people, man. All right, because Yahweh Shai has set up his shepherds, man. But guess what? A shepherd doesn't become a shepherd just because he knows how to be a shepherd. No, he has to be taught how to be a shepherd. Matter of fact, I believe it's Proverbs, the 8th chapter. It says, I believe it says, I should set the people in order. All right. And matter of fact, he said I should set up the 8. Matter of fact, let me just get it. Now, this is the spirit. Now, I'm looking for a certain scripture, but I end up going to the Proverbs 8, and I end up finding this. Because, like I said, we got to be constantly studying, constantly seeking, constantly going into breakdowns, constantly doing things of that nature, right? So this is Proverbs 8, and I'm starting with 32. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, refuse it not, which is this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, hear the instruction, man. Okay, it says, blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates. Now, when you watching, what are you doing? Watching for the prophecies, man. Which means you got to be what? Occupied in these prophecies to know what's to come, what things need to be done, what things need to be said for certain situations, man. And that all comes with wisdom, man. All right, studying. Hey, you study the Bible. I best believe you're gonna know how to answer every man. When you become prudent and you study to show yourself approved, you are going to be able to answer every man. All right, like the scriptures say, let your speech be seasoned with salt, so you'll be able to answer every man. So what's the salt? This wisdom. All right, but guess what? You're not going to learn wisdom just all willy-nilly by yourself. No, not at all. That's not how it happens. You have to be taught, and you have to apply yourself, man. All right, like it says in the Sirach, a man findeth wisdom by his leisure, or something to that effect, man. All right, it also says desire wisdom, man. It says get wisdom at thy own desire, man. Okay, because wisdom is here; she'll walk with you, but you got to apply yourself, man. But this is more directed as us that's already in the know and that's coming into the know. Hey, man, if you want to be like the scriptures say, man, if you delight in thrones and things of that nature, if that's your first thought, then hey, you know what? Seek wisdom. All right. But for most brothers, man, yeah, we want all that all them things, but for us, it's really about serving Yahweh Shai, because at the end of the day, that's all we can do, man. All right. But I'm going to jump back into this. Waiting at the post of my doors, verse 35. For whosoever findeth me findeth life and shall obtain favor of Yahweh. All right. Now let me grab the one I was actually looking for. All right. So this is Wisdom of Solomon 8, which was the one I was looking for. And I'm going to start with... Whew. I'll start with 11. I should be found. Now, this is, King Solomon speaking. But this applies, well, first of all, he is Yahweh Shai. But this applies to us today, man. All right? Especially if we get, this wisdom. All right? Oh, I got to start up something because it's just too good. Hold on. It says, for her sake, I have estimation among the multitude and honor with the elders, though I be young. All right? Okay, because guess what? On one level, we all working for the same penny the elders are working for, man. All right? I shall be found of quick conceit and judgment and shall be admired in the sight of great men. But guess what? For that to happen, you have to apply yourself to the wisdom, man. Get into these studies. Get into the doctrine, right? When I hold my tongue, they shall bide my leisure. And when I speak, they should get a good ear unto me. Now, what I was going into when I started, man, there's going to come a point in time where we're going to have to lead a lot of people, man. All right, so it's better to get this now, man, and build yourself up from them times through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? If I talk much, they should lay, Salakia. If I talk much, they should lay their hands upon their mouths, all right? Because what? They're going to be so worried about hearing the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that they ain't going to have nothing to say back, man, all right? Verse 13, moreover, by the means of her I shall obtain immortality and leave behind me an everlasting memorial to them that come after me. Now, Yahushua literally did that, man. All right, because guess what? Are we not following in the steps of Yahushua? All right, but guess what? People are going to follow in the steps of us, man. All right, what Paul say? Be ye followers of me, for I am a follower of Hamashiach. All right, okay. Verse 14 says, I shall set the people in order, and the nations should be subject unto me. Which what? Proves that, which is a side note, that right there proves that King Solomon was Yahushua, because Yahushua is going to complete that task, according to Daniel the 7th chapter. All right, now, like I was going into, I said, basically, Yahushua is setting up leaders, shepherds, things of that nature. But for the time right now, those said men need to build themselves up. All right, not saying that they're not already doing it, but why be steady when we could just increase? This is Second Ezra's second chapter, first chapter. Second Ezra's first chapter, 39th verse. Unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Hosea, Amos, Marcus, Joel, Obadiah, Jonas, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, which is also called angel of the Lord. All right? Are not we called angels of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? All right? So we're leaders too. And my whole point of bringing the scripture out is a leader just doesn't come a leader overnight. He has to be built up, all right? He has to get on a certain level, all right? So while we could get this knowledge and wisdom understanding, get it, man. And that's a cut to myself too, man, because certain things I could do better or get more into, all right? And like I quoted the scripture, desire wisdom, get wisdom at their own desire. A man findeth what? Knowledge at his leisure. All right? When you find yourself not doing nothing on your board, and sometimes it happens. And I'm talking to myself. Think of the Lord and get into it, because you could be building yourself up, preparing yourself that much more, man. Yahushua had to go on that cross. What was he doing, man? Was he not preparing himself, building himself up for that one moment? Now look at it on our times. All right, we know that this death and destruction, this impending doom is coming. So guess what? We have to build ourselves up for that. Because what? Knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of times. So guess what? While we're right here now, let's get this knowledge and wisdom so it could be the stability, man. Let's build up. We have to build ourselves up. And guess what? That happens by brothers teaching us teaching brothers, us learning from each other. All right? Iron sharpeneth iron. All right? So does the man countenance his friend. All right? And like I said, hey, this whole lesson is really based on get the wisdom now, man. So we could be those said men in that day. All right? Oh, let me grab some more. All right, so this is a great example too. This is Sirach 44:1. All right? And it says, you know, let us now praise famous men in our fathers that begot us, which are really only going to be righteous men. All right, and more importantly, starting with the elect. Okay? And Jake, don't get bugged out over the praise thing, jeez. All right, verse 2. The Lord hath wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning, which is really the prophets, man. But these are, let me give you the character of the prophets real quick, man. Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men of renown in their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Well, guess what? You have to be learned. You have to be taught. Build yourself up, man. You know? Leaders of the people by their counsel and by their knowledge of learning met for the people, wise and eloquent in their own instructions. And guess what? Israel is going to need men like that in that day. In the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the elect. I'm trying to put this in the right word, man. More so of the lesser 1/3, if I may add. All right, the people that's not the 144, you know, when they just start to wake up, they're going to need men like this, man. Men that has the answers from the scriptures, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, to build them up, to make them have faith, you know? Hey, it says, hey, basically, and I'm going to butcher it, but it's written in a certain place, hey, give them his word, whereby you may save them and yourselves. All right? Something to that effect, okay? I'm going to go back to this, Sirach 44. Yeah, I'm going to finish out. Verse 5, such as found out musical tunes recited by verses and writings, rich men furnished with ability, living peacefully in their habitations. All these were honored in their generation and were the glory of their times. There be of them that are left a name behind them, that their praises might be reported. Some there be that have no memorial, who are perished as though they had never been, and are become as though they have never been born, and their children after them. All right? But it says what? But these are merciful men whose righteousness have not been forgotten. All right? So whether we have a name that's remembered, like, start from the beginning. Adam is always going to be remembered. All right? Seth, Abel is always going to be remembered. Enoch is always going to be remembered. Job, Moses, Aaron, all right? Like I said, King David, King Solomon, all right? David's mighty men, hey, they're going to be remembered forever. But guess what? You have some men who weren't remembered, or their children wasn't remembered. The 7,000 prophets that didn't bow their knee to Baal, all right? But guess what? Their righteousness wasn't forgotten. All right? Hey, shit. Low key, that's a good ass lesson right here, man. This chapter, man. It's like I don't want to spin subjects, but damn, that's a good ass point, man. Just because the world don't remember you or woo up the bam, hey, pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua remembers you. Pray that your name is remembered in that book of life. All right? God, I'm Salaki, I'm moved right now because that's one hell of a lesson, man. That just took over the first lesson. Damn, that's beautiful, man. But nonetheless, these leaders don't get to a point like that overnight. All right? Elder Apostle Taha didn't just wake up, bam, he had it. All right? Or the elders before him. Or us. All right? So, the whole point, hey, build yourself up while you can, man. Go into them words. Study to show thyself approved. All right? Hey, that you ain't gonna be ashamed of your workship, so to speak. You have no need to be ashamed of your labor. You know? So, hey, guess what? And we're going to speak these things with confidence, with faith. Because guess what? We're studied up. Hey, a more sure word of prophecy, man. All right? And when you know how to swing that sword out there, man, especially with that faith, you can do anything. Look what King David did to Goliath, man. Killed the nigga with a stone, and then cut off his head with his own sword and raised it up, man. All right? And all that was based on faith. Okay? Hey, whew. Shit heavy, man. Because basically that's what we're doing to Esau right now. Esau's the Goliath, man. And who the fuck is this red devil to defy Yahweh, man? All right? Just like David said to Goliath, man. But with that, man, I pray that you brothers was edified. So, I hope I stayed on the main track I was trying to get out. But like I said, another part of the spirit. Spirit is like the wind sometimes, man. You get into another point, man. Yahweh Ratazal going to that chapter 44 of Sirach, which is a good chapter, man. But to you brothers out there, hey, we got to build ourselves up, hey, because guess what? In the near future, we're going to have a lot of people to lead. For all we know, hey, we don't know how many people we're leading now, man. All right, we just pray to Yahweh Shema Shah that we're the men, all right, that's set up, all right, to lead the elect, man. So with that, I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever they may be. Shalom.